You know, somebody normally tells me, is it Liz? Liz is usually quite good. Okay, big shake. And release. Well, that gets you warm to start with, doesn't it? Right, we're going to find out where, or remind ourselves where our core is. Now, my tummy's already popping out. Anybody else's? We're still finishing off Christmas cake in this house. Hand to your chest, hand to your tummy, feet hip distance apart, tailbone pointing down towards the heels, shoulders away from the ears. Okay, grow nice and tall through the spine, nice and long through the neck. Relax the tummy, relax the pelvic floor. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Push the air down. Feel the rib cage open out to the side and the back, but not flaring through the front. Feel that tummy just gently pop out. And as you exhale, feel that tummy retract. And again, deep breath in, breathing in through the nose. Top hand shouldn't move, bottom hand, you should feel some movement as that diaphragm lowers. And exhale. A real little pot on me. And again, breathing in. Feel that tummy expand. Now this time, as you exhale, I want you to gently draw up through the pelvic floor, as if you're holding a fart and a wee, very gently, all the way up, as far as it will go, but gently, don't snatch. Feel those muscles kicking in, all the core muscles, sling muscles, and slowly release. Take it halfway down. And relax. Well done, everybody. Hands onto the shoulders. And we're just going to start really simply with some elbow circles. Now, watch that lower back. So you've got that nice natural spine position with the tailbone pointing down towards the heels. Relax a little bit through the knees. So try not to knock the knee joints out. I haven't got anybody hyperextended in this class, have I? I have got 3 hyperextended clients. So you really have to remember to bend the knees a little bit if you are. Relax through the neck. So we're just going to warm up through the shoulders, mobilize the shoulders. If you've been sitting at your desk, you will be very grateful for this one. I'm sure. Oh, there's been a lot of creaking going on. Okay, now change direction. I play music at the Wednesday morning class because I just get fed up of listening to the creaks. Okay, nice circles, as big as you can. Really feel that movement in the shoulder joint, in the shoulder girdle, working all the way up to the neck. And release. Okay, arms facing forward, palms facing each other, shoulder height. And then very gently come into your bow and arrow arms. Take your gaze towards your elbow as you draw it back. Now keep the elbow in line with the shoulders. You're not dropping it here or dropping it here. Slowly forward. Again, soften those knees. No knee raises today. I just want you to work onto the shoulders and that nice mobility. Reach away with fingertips at the front, elbow at the back. Hopefully start to feel nice and warm. So, nice rotation through the spine. Again, working into the shoulders. Don't forget to breathe. Last 4. The last 2. We're going to mute, haven't we? And the last 1. And release. Arms to the side of the body, shoulders away from the ears, open out through the chest. Standing nice and tall and very gently. Reach back to the center, standing tall before there's a reach. Imagine you're between 2 cones of glass. Feet are still hip distance apart and the weight stays between the 2 feet. So it's not a lean, a lean. Flexion through the spine. Really going to work a lot harder this year on the mobility through the spine, especially the top half of the spine. Obviously, I can't see girls properly, but when I'm doing live classes or live clients, and we're all a similar age, you're younger than me, but I can see that that top half of the spine is really quite stiff. I'm including myself in that one. I'm going to do a lot more work on that this year. Strengthening into the wrists and strengthening into the arms. As we get older, that load bearing is really important. 4 more. Lovely stretch. Very gentle. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, working the arms and the shoulders again. Take the arms up to cactus position. Open out through the chest, but it's not an arch out through the back. Tailbone still pointing down towards your heels. So switch that core on a little bit. Nice and wide here. Shoulders and elbows should all be in line. Now we're going to bring the elbows into the waist. And then reaching up, but keeping the rib cage low. So it's not here, drop the rib cage, and it could be that you're not going to get all the way being able to reach up. Imagine that your arms only work from the back of your body. There's a definite shift when you do that. Shift in your perspective and how you work those muscles. Now I'm really feeling it into my back, into my shoulders, at the back. Squeeze the elbows in, but keep these hands nice and wide. Sometimes people end up doing this. What I want is open them wide. Again, as though you're between 2 panes of glass. Should feel those abdominal muscles kicking in as well. We're still breathing. Oh, Heather, I bet your shoulders are enjoying this. 3 more. They need it. I'm sure they need it. 2.
They do need it.
Yeah. And 1. And relax. They should feel nice and warm. Okay, those feet hip distance apart. Very gently. Then can do some heel raises. If you want to use your arms, you can. Or if you just want to keep them by your side. If you find, I don't know if you see yourselves on the screen, if you find that the ankles are going out to the side, which is going to hurt your knees, hurt your hips, you can bring the feet really close together and do exactly the same thing, keeping the ankles together. Or, as we sometimes do, put a ball of socks, just to get until they're strengthened. Right, so here, can you feel it working in your calves, hamstrings, into the glutes? So we're starting to warm up the legs. Core work as well, just keeping that balance. If you find this move quite easy, or any of the moves that we do, just slow it down. It's 10 times harder. If you can, keep your feet apart. But again, a gentle move, but you should really, there's lots of muscles working. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, straight into our Pilates squats now. You know all about these, so tailbones going back, and then as you come up, I want you to squeeze the arms back. Squeeze, but not opening out through the chest, just squeeze from the shoulder and back, straight into that squash again. Feet, knees, and hips are all in line. Weight of the hips, all the weight is in the heels. You should be able to raise the toes up. The arms are coming up to the side of the head, not dipping the head down. And just imagine you're going to perch on a chair. Don't sit down and come straight all the way back up and squeeze those arms back. Continue to work through the arms, reach away the fingertips. Squeeze the glutes, push through the heels on the way up. And core muscles, keep you balanced. Take it nice and slow. Really connect with your body and what's happening. Listen to my cues. What to watch out for. If your glutes are a little bit weak, you might notice that your knees come together, sort of knock together on the way up. And squeeze. Last 3. Two. And 1. Okay, take one foot back. We're going to come into a lunge position. So just a reminder, so your feet are on the train track, not on the balance beam. Hips facing forward. Drop that back knee down. Okay, tailbone is pointing in between the two legs. Raise the arms up above the head. And very slowly, we're going to come into that cactus, but we're going to rotate and reach up. Keep that knee, so we're not moving in the legs, but you can if you want to. If you want to, you can reach up and extend the legs and slowly lower. If you've got any knee issues, you can just stay straight up, or you can hold that position down, you choose. Very slowly, so the back knee coming down towards the mat. Reach away, or you're facing forward, reach away with the fingertips. You're strengthening through the spine and into the arms, very slowly. Halfway there on this side. Last three. 2. And release. Okay, change legs. Oh, bit of a shake. Is that okay? Oh, I can feel that in my quads. Foot's coming back, tailbone between the two legs. As though you're on a train track, dropping that back knee down. So hold that position, draw up through the pelvic floor, raise up with the arms, grow nice and tall. And when you're ready, we're going to rotate into that cactus arms. Rotate as much as you can, keep those elbows nice and wide, reaching up. Rotate. Halfway there. This is the warm-up, by the way. No swearing. Oh. 3. 2. If there's any consolation, I'm not feeling very fit at the moment. 1. Okay, and release. I think that's a holiday followed by Christmas is not a good idea. Okay, open that. Right, top of your mat. So we're going to come into some different to normal. As I say, we're going to really start and work through the spine a little bit more. So feet hip distance apart, tailbone towards the heels. So we're after that natural spine position, grow nice and tall. Shoulders away from the ears, open out through the chest. Raise the arms up above the head. Now, the arms are coming back, and as they do, I want you to open out through the chest. Oh, it all feel like a good stretch. Now, as the hands come to the hips, I want the chin to come to the chest, and then into the normal roll down. So put that great mobility through the spine. We've gone one direction and change direction. Curl the spine. Go as far as you can with that curled spine, and then tummy buttons coming towards the thighs, into that forward fold. So we're now working into the hips and the hamstrings. Hold it there. Top of the head should be towards the mat. Letting the neck become nice and long and separating the vertebrae. Hold it there. Breath in. And as you breathe out, we're going to see curl back up. Very slowly, keeping the hips nice and level, feet, knees and hips all in line. Or we come all the way up to standing. We're going to take the arms back. Again, open that through the chest. Lovely big stretch and reaching up. And again, arms back, open up through that chest. Curls, chin comes to chest. Curl the spine. Really curl, we exaggerate that curl. Hold that position, so we're strengthening in that position. And it's a forward fold from the hips, tummy buttons coming towards the thighs, into that forward fold. Now, if you can, raise the tailbone up towards the ceiling a little bit more, feel that stretch. Breath in. Breathe out. We're going to reset the spine. Soften the knees. Keep a nice curl position. Before you're fully up, we're going to take the arms back. Open that through the chest. Raise the head towards the ceiling. Arms come behind and up. Last time, take the arms round. Gently, chin to chest. Forward, into that forward fold, so C curving the spine. Into that forward fold position. Now try and get a little bit closer to the floor with your hands. And tummy button onto the thighs. Top of the head towards the mat, hold it there. And very slowly, I want you to walk out to plank position, keeping your hips as still as you can. And in plank position, get your shoulders over your wrists, nice and long through the neck, so your gaze should be in front of your fingertips. So we're not staying here for very long today. And then I want you to walk back into that fold position, soften the knees, don't lock the knees out, all the way back into that forward fold. So again, we're working into the hamstrings. Raise that tailbone up towards the ceiling. Use those core muscles to stop the body swinging. You're in control. Just a reminder, Pilates was originally called controlology. Into that plank position. Put the wrist and we have a little moment. Walk back into forward fold position. Soften the knees. Each time you should get a little bit closer to the mat. And then towards the knees. And then last time out to plank position. That plank, and then very slowly, 2 knees towards the mat and come onto all fours. Reminder, hands shoulder width apart, shoulders are over the wrists, knees are hip distance apart and hips are over the knees. We're coming into a sad cat, happy cat. So as you breathe in, inflate the lungs, curl up into your sad cat. Drop that top of the head towards the mat. As you inflate the lungs, you separate the vertebrae. Now, as you gently exhale, push through the hands, take the head forwards and upwards, dropping that chest, towards the mat into your happy cat. And again, breathing in. Wednesday class have got a different name for this. Hissy cat and something else. Strokey cat, I think. General class. And as you exhale, tummy towards the mat, head coming forwards, and push through those hands. You're not sinking into the shoulders. And again, breathing in, curling up. Lovely mobility exercise. I can't stress how important it is to do these little exercises, something every day, into your happy cat. Okay, so in your happy cat position, stay in your happy cat position, take feet together, knees apart, go back into child's pose in your happy cat position. Okay, then into your sad cat as you come forwards and upwards. Shoulders come over the wrist. And again, happy cat, take it back. So you're working into your hips as well as working into the spine. And then into your sad cat as you come forwards. A couple more of these. Happy cat. Into sad cat. You're looking for as much movement, flowing movement as you can. Last one, happy cat. Into that sad cat. And back to the fours and just relax. Now, give that tail a bit of a whack. And that's where I'm normally stiff, going it side to side. Lovely. Okay. Hands forward into that child's pose, feet together, knees apart, take the knees as wide as you can, get as low as you can with the hips, reach away with the fingertips, so feet is across the top of your back. Really drop those hips as low as you can. Feel that stretch. Now slowly coming forwards, wrists are coming over the hands. We're going to drop the hips towards the floor, open out through the chest, and if you can, you should raise your feet. Feet are together, raise the feet up, Head comes forwards and upwards. I'll go through that one again. And there is a reason. If you get lower back problems, this stabilizes the hips. Now let's do that again. All the way back into child's pose. Lots of spine work today. Reach over the fingertips. Drop the chest towards the mat. Forehead towards the mat. Slowly taking the weight forward. Hips are dropping down towards the mat. Mini cobra. Raise the feet up. Open out through the chest. Raise the head forwards and upwards. Push through the hands. Feel that working into the hips as well. And again, all the way back. Last time, into that child's pose. Slowly forwards. Weights coming forward. Drop those hips down. Raise the feet up if you can. Push through the hands. And forwards and upwards. Slowly back. Knees and feet in line into that all fours position. Okay, now working into the legs. Keep your hands on the mat. Right foot to the outside of your right hand. Let's do the same side. Just so everybody gets in the muddle. Now think about that tailbone. I'm going to tip that tailbone forwards a little bit. So tipping the hips. Now take the weight forward. So what I want is feel that stretch in the hip flexor, and then in the inner thigh on the front leg. Can you feel that? Back foot flat on the mat. Give that top of that foot a good stretch as well. Keep your hands onto the mat, and what I want you to do is just take that tailbone back. If you can, raise the toes. And again, we're just going to go gently forwards and backwards, just improving this mobility. And really good stretch. We're looking from Pilates is nice, long, lean muscles. We build the muscles up using control and strengthening exercises. And then with the way that we stretch and mobilize nice, long, lean muscles. And again, take that weight forwards. And those hips down. Tailbone comes back. Extend that front leg, and if you can, raise the toes. Feel that in the hamstring on the extended leg. Last one. Gently forwards. Back. And raise the toes. Okay. Change legs. So take your right one back, the left one coming forwards to the outside of the hands. Tip that tailbone so it's pointing to the back. Well, pointing into the middle if you can. It's hard to describe that one. Take your weight forwards. Feel that stretch. The front of your thigh into your hip flexors on the back leg. Inner thigh on the front leg. Slowly extend that front leg, and if you can, raise the toes for an extra stretch. Two hands on the mat. And again. Forwards. Push through those hands. So you're not sinking into the shoulders. You're in control. Slowly back. And again. And then. Last time. And extend. Oh, if you haven't done much over Christmas, you'll be feeling that. Okay, onto two knees. And gently coming up onto those two knees. And then we'll take a lunge out to the side. Foot out to the side, leg out to the side. So you're opening out through the hips. So we've been having hips facing forward. What I want you to do is open out and rotate here. And we're gently going to take it to the side. Very different stretch. And back. 5 on each side. Don't rush it. I want you to be in control. And back. I can't hear any ouches, so I bet you've all gone mute. 2 more. Oh, I'm supple in the hip. I really do find this one. Oh, really challenging one. And release. Change legs. To the side, open out. So the feet, the foot and the knee should all be in line. Take that weight. So you're pushing that knee towards that foot. Keep the head and chest up. Two more. And the last one. And release. Back to all fours. Well done, everybody. Okay, back to all fours. Check your alignment, check your position, tailbone pointing down towards your heels. And we're literally going to take your arm forwards, reach away with the left arm if you want, reach away with the fingertips, slowly come back to all fours, take the arm out to the side and back to all fours. Now, keeping that weight over that invisible line between your hands and your knees. And again, raising it up. Strengthening and out to the side. One more, raising forwards, reach away with the fingertips, slowly back, out to the side. Okay, this time I want you to take it forwards, nice big circle all the way, and back to all fours. Let's change sides, so arm comes forward, reach away, working to that shoulder, slowly back to all fours, out to the side. Forwards, back, to the side, and back. Should feel like core kicking in those lower abs. Last time, forwards, slide nice and long through the neck. Okay, this time it's going forwards and a nice big circle with that arm all the way onto all fours. Okay, extend your left leg behind. Toes for support. We're going to open out, so right hand rotate towards that bent leg, reach away, make sure the hands are in line with each other, and then threading the needle. So coming through, rocking that shoulder towards the mat if you can, opening out on the bent arm, much rotation through the spine as you can, and again, opening out through the chest, reaching away with the fingertips, working through the spine and threading through. Shoulders coming down towards the mat. And the last one. Open out. And gently threading through. And slowly onto all fours. I'm going to change sides. So extend that right leg behind. Open out. Hands are in line. So hands not here, hands are in line. Threading through, shoulder coming down towards the mat, much rotation as you can. With the leg extended, you can feel it into the hips a little bit more. That's a good thing, by the way. Shoulder onto the mat. And the last one. And all the way. And back to all fours. Okay. Straight as 11. There's some nice warm ups there for bird dog. So just a reminder, opposite arm and leg are reaching away. You've got that invisible line between your hands and your knees. Nice and long through the neck, so your gaze should just be in front of your fingertips. So if you take a breath in, and as you breathe out, opposite arm to leg are reaching along the mat, nice and slowly, back to flat on the floor. Push your supporting hand, reach away, fingers and the toes, hips facing forward. Slowly come back to all fours. Change side. Reach away the fingers and the toes, extend away. Feel it working into the glutes. We're strengthening the back line. And the heel all the way up. And again, change sides. Strengthening move, working into the hips and shoulders as well. Don't worry about the height of the leg at the back. If you get lower back problems, keep that leg nice and low. And release. This time, we're going to add on. We're going to do a bird dog. Come into your bird dog. Down that side, come slowly back to all fours. Same arm, same leg coming out to the side. Keep the knee bent and the arm is coming nice and wide out to the side. Back to all fours. Change legs, opposite arm to leg into bird dog. Slowly lower, coming back to all fours. And then straight out to the side. Push through that supporting hand. Back to all fours. Change sides, opposite arm to leg. Really slowly, lots of control. Slowly back to all fours. And out to the side. Just a tip, keep going. Just want you to check that your hips stay in line when you do this. If you're a little bit weak, you might find that you're pushing into the hip, the supporting hip. Up to the side and back. One more each side, into bird dog. Okay. Reach away. Slowly back to all fours. Out to the side. Raise the arm, leg. To all fours. Last one. One to leg. Working the abdominal muscles. Working the obliques. Slowly. All fours. Out to the side. Slowly back in to all fours. Lovely. Okay, one more in this position. Out to bird dog. Sick of that word. Okay, hold that position. Take the arm back, bend the knee, and try and touch opposite hand to foot. Then extend away and slowly back to all fours. Let's do that again. Into bird dog, opposite arm to leg. Push through that supporting hand. Bend the leg, reach back with the arm, try and touch the foot. And back. One more on each side. Oh, that's using a few muscles. Bird dog, nice bird dog position, reaching back. And away. And the last one. Reach away. And back. Bird dog. And slowly down. Okay, now slide your left foot back. Cross at the back and come into swan. Taking the weight down. Feeling that stretch into the glutes, and I want very gently rock from side to side in this position. Really nice stretch into the glutes, into the hamstring, top of the hamstring. And we'll change sides. My right leg, extend it back, take it across at the back, take the weight back, really working. And gently rock from side to side. Oh, you're in a good stretch today. Okay, now slowly coming up, coming off the wrist, you'll be really pleased to know. Sitting onto your hands and swan if you can. We're going to come into that, not swan, sorry. Parallel with the mat. Back leg round if you can. Just a reminder, if you've got knee issues or hip issues, it can come forward or it can come out to the side, or you can stack the knees. But this is where we want you to be, and both hips level, tailbone down towards the mat. Right, we're going to work into those muscles running down the side. Hands at the side, one hand at the side, reaching up, coming over, keeping your sitting bones on the mat. So we're not reaching here, we're getting flexion through the spine again, up and over. Reaching up, you're only as old as your spine. We're going to take 10 years off ourselves this year. And again, up and over. And with supporting arm on the floor. Flowing movements, nice and graceful. Last one. No, okay. Then I'll add on to this one today. I want you to reach up. You're coming across. Just at an angle, keeping your sitting bones down as you're reaching away. And release. Change side. I really felt like my rib cage. Front leg parallel with the mat. Leg around. Now, just a reminder, if you've got knee issues, extend that leg. Try and get the sitting bones down, sitting nice. So what we're not this, or after this, sitting nice and tall. Hand to the side, reaching up. And over, sitting bones stay on the mat. Push that hand off the floor as you come up and over. Again, nice and tall. Extend the spine before any flexion. Last time. over again, and then rotate. So you're rotating the shoulders so they're over this knee and reach away. Feel that into your lower back. Ooh. And release. Well done. Onto your bottoms. Onto your bottoms. Right. So sitting nice and tall. Feet hip distance apart. Feet, knees, and hips all in line. Hands behind your thighs, keeping it nice and gentle today. You are right, Heather. Okay, sitting nice and tall on those sitting bones. Now you're coming to the back of your sitting bones that you see curling. Your hands behind your thighs today. Chin's coming towards the chest, but imagine you've got an apple there, so don't want to overextend through the neck. Now, curling back up. Coming onto the top of the sitting bones and growing as tall as you can. So you're a little bit stiff in your hips here. You might struggle, but this is one to practice. And again, so back of the sitting bones, feel that curl, that roll into the back of the sitting bones, curl into the spine, and slowly back up. So we're mobilizing, we're also strengthening. As you sit nice and tall, strengthening the spine, shoulders away from the ears. Let's go again. Curling. Up. Really important, sitting nice and tall. 2 more. I've got too many things on the list. We won't get to do them all. Okay, up. And the last one. And all the way down the sitting bones. Take one foot off the floor, put the second one behind, put your hands behind your thighs. Put balance on your bottom. Make a bit of core work. Hip flexors as well. Now, from there, I want you to see curl, and you're going to roll all the way down to the mat, very slowly, lots of control. Oh, I'm stuck. All the way down, feet to the mat, arms up and over the head into a full body stretch. Extend the fingertips away, extend the toes, and just enjoy a good old stretch. How amazing does that feel? And very slowly relax. One foot towards your bottom, the second one towards your bottom, and then your hands onto your tummy. We're coming straight into clock. We're working into that lower back before we come into some bridges. Nice and slowly, shoulders away from the ears. Hips level on the mat, shoulder blades level on the mat. Extend that spine along the mat. When you're ready, the imaginary marble, I want you to roll it on your clock face towards 12 o'clock, which is your tummy button. And then roll in the opposite direction towards your pubic bone, which is 6 o'clock. Again, relax through the neck, relax through the shoulders. So keep going this flowing movement from the widest point of the sacrum to the tip of the sacrum. Using lots of muscles to tip the pelvis. Some good mobility and control in this area, really going to help with the lower back, with stability and mobility. One more in each direction. Slowly balance that marble in the middle of the clock face. And roll the marble from 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock, keeping the knees as still as you can, so it's just a movement through the hips. You should feel one butt cheek raising off the mat each time you're tilting. Settle that marble in the middle of the clock face, just keep them out of time. Okay, hands to the side onto the mat. We're going to come up to some bridges, and as we do, I want you to press your hands into the mat, so you're working into the arms. So when you're ready, take a breath in And as you breathe out, tip that pelvis towards 12 o'clock. Peel the spine off the mat, raising the hips, push through the heels and raise the glutes. Squeeze the glutes, raise the hips up. Keep the chest low, so keep the rib cage low. And then slowly, one vertebrae at a time, bottom is the last thing to hit the mat all the way down. Now tip the pelvis towards 6 o'clock, slowly back towards 12 o'clock, and then start that again, one vertebra at a time, coming off the mat, push through the heels, squeeze the glutes, raising up, nice big squeeze. Knees, hips and shoulders should all be in line. Slowly, all the way back. And the pelvis away. And back towards 12 o'clock. Push through the heels, squeeze the glutes, raise the hips up. Keep the hips nice and level. Slowly down. 2 more. Take them away. Back. Some movement. Raise those hips up. Squeeze. And rest. Away. Let's bridge. Slowly all the way down. Okay. Hands behind your head, elbows nice and wide. Cradle the head into your hands. I don't want you to pull onto the neck. We're just going to work it into the upper chest. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, you'll see curling up. Head, shoulders coming off the mat. Chin is away from the chest. Reach away towards the knees. Slowly hands come behind the head and all the way down to the mat. Nice and gentle today, breath in. Breathe out, keep the hips level. See, curl up, hold it, reach away. Chin away from the chest, hands behind the head and slowly down. If you've got a problem with your neck, keep one hand behind your head. See, curl up. Head and shoulders coming off the mat, reach away. Back, elbows wide, all the way down. And again, breath in. Breathe out, using that core, feel the abdominal muscles working, reach away. Slowly back, and down, halfway down. Breath in. Breathe out. Breathe out on the exertion. Reach away. Behind the head. All the way down. That's 4. That's 2. And the last one. Way down to the mat. Okay, relax. Bring your right knee into your chest. Bring your left one in as well. So hug your knees in really tight and gently rock from side to side. Now settle into the middle. Bring your head and shoulders off the mat, nose towards your knees into a really tight ball. Tight as you can. Lovely curls through the spine. Keep your right knee into your chest, extend your left leg along the mat. So you're opening out through the hip flexors and slowly drop your head and shoulders towards the mat, hugging that knee in nice and tight. Behind the thighs, flex the foot, shoulders away from the ears. A little bit more hamstring work, should have improved from the start of the class. We're going to extend that heel up towards the ceiling, pushing that heel up towards the ceiling. Hold it there, and then just let the leg relax, just flop into your hand. Let's go again. Pushing that heel up towards the ceiling. Keep 2 hips on the mat. Reaching away with the heel and relax. Got a shaky leg, and again, reaching up with that heel. Not happy. and relax. Okay, keep that knee bent. Opposite hand onto opposite knee, other hand out to the side. We're going to draw that knee across the chest, keeping the head and shoulders on the mat. So we're looking through rotation through the spine, and you should feel it into the glute, and that top leg, gently pressing down towards the mat, very gently. And slowly take 2 hips back towards the mat, toe of the bent leg on the mat, and then drop the knee out to the side. Just hold it there. And change legs. So hug that knee into the chest. We're on the home run, girls. Okay, hug knee into the chest, shoulders away from the ears. Really extend that other leg along the mat so you open out through the hip flexors. Hands behind the thighs. Interlace the fingers if you can. Flex the foot. Push that heel up towards the ceiling. Push that heel up. Really extend away. And relax. Just let the leg flop into the hands. And again. Extend. Push that heel up. And flop. Last time. Extend away. And flop. Okay, opposite hand to knee, other hand out to the side, gently taking that knee across the body, really gently, gently pressing down. And the shoulder staying on the mat. 2 hips back towards the mat, toe on the floor, drop the knee out to the side, open out through the hips. And then extend both legs away. You should float the arms above the chest, fingertips towards the ceiling, chest height, palms facing inwards. Now from the shoulders, we're going to reach up, so shoulder shrugs. Reach away with the fingertips, the shoulder blades come off the mat, arms stay nice and straight, and then drop the shoulders back into the mat. Reach away and drop gently. Keep your eyes closed as you're doing this last exercise. Relax through the hips. Let the legs just flop out to the side. We're just releasing through the neck and through the shoulder girdle. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently take those arms to your side, or take them onto your tummy. Just find a comfortable place just to cool things down. So from concentrating on movement, I want you to switch to concentrating on your breath. Breathing in through the nose, the air's filtered and gently. So don't force the air out, gently out through the mouth. To count, just expand those lungs, expand the rib cage into the back of the mat and into the gap between your body and the inside of your arms. A nice deep breath, feel that tummy expand. And gently exhale. Exhaling to get rid of any stale air. And again, deep breath in. We're lowering the heart rate, lowering production of cortisol, which is a stress hormone, which is very necessary, but we also need to turn it off. Concentration on the breath and relaxing and lengthening the muscles. If it's something you struggle with, it's definitely one to practice. You concentrate on one part of the body at a time, or where you feel more stress. Add a little bit of tension if it's in your hips. Add a bit of tension by squeezing the glutes. Hold that position, hold the breath, and as you exhale, relax and release the muscles. feel your breath is under control. Allow your mind to wander. Just enjoy this peaceful time. Any unwanted thoughts or things to do that come into your head, acknowledge them, release them, let them go. They're really not important at the moment. This is all about you and your body. So just take a few moments for yourself for a final stretch. Deep breath in, breathing in. 4, 3, 2, 1, and out. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Again in. 4, 3, 2, 1, and out. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Very gently. I want you to roll onto your sides, then roll all the way over onto all fours. All bit dizzy, so take that steady. All forward, curl your toes under. I'm going to finish. When you're ready, raise your hips up into down dog very slowly. Take your heels towards the mat. Push your hands and pedal out those feet. Toes coming towards your knees if you can. Feel that working into the hamstrings. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 2 heels towards the mat. Walk your hands towards your feet. Bend those knees, really soften the knees. Hands on your thighs above your knees. Now curl the spine up. Very slowly to come up to standing. Ooh, okay. I've done that for a while. Okay, roll up. I can see. We're going to take one deep breath in. Nice big deep breath. Deep breath in. And up. And as you exhale, spread those fingers really wide. Bring your hands to your chest and give yourself a clap if you managed that today. And you turned up. That's brilliant. Because I'm sure most people didn't feel like it.